Estoy con Wilma. Today we're going to be talking about this Riviera palette that got in this week for me. Excuse my hair. I did get it cut and pressed yesterday, but today is not about the hair. It's about this guy right here. Super excited to finally receive this beautiful palette. It retails for about $45. You can get it on Anastasia's Beverly Hills website, Ulta, Sephora. There's no coupon, so 45 American dollars is what this costs. So if this is what you want, that's what you're gonna spend. I may know that you got a hookup. If you do, déjame saber, because I paid $45 American. The face has been already prepped. I did a nice 10-minute mask with the Freeman Hakuna Money Honey, not Money Honey. That's how much I'm thinking about how much I spent on this palette. And it has a Makuna, like Manuka. Mira, tell me how I say this because it sounds like Hakuna Matata. But a Makuna Honey and Tea Tree Oil Clay Mask, which prepped the face. I washed it off in warm water, and then I passed over with some witch hazel rose petal scent infused alcohol-free toner. And then this little guy was my moisturizer for today. I love this gem. Super affordable, can get it anywhere. I actually found this one for $1.50 at Family Dollar. Don't sleep on your girl. Go get you something that's really, really good. Dark circles, dark spots correcting cream is the formula, and I just find that it's like really, really good on all skin tones. You just put a little bit, super lightweight, doesn't leave you greasy. It's really, really good for the face and all skin tones, as stated. And then I prep my lips with This Is Everything lip oil. I love this guy from when I did work with NYX for a short stint. It's really, really nice, especially when you're trying out different lipsticks at a time and you need to really, really hydrate your lips. It's super, super nice. You can actually wear it out just like it was a clear lip gloss, but I really, really, really like the This Is Everything lip oil. So let's get in. Okay, before we get into the Riviera look, we're going to do the eyebrows. I really, really like doing the eyebrows first when I do a look on me or on a client. I feel that it really, really shapes and frames the face, and then you can just kind of go from there. I use, and I've been using for right now, and I've used all types of products. I've used pencil pomades, gels, creams, powders, de todo. But one thing I've been loving is the NYX eyebrow gel. The shade that I'm using is in chocolate. A little bit goes a long way. And I use their eyeliner. Well, it's not necessarily eyeliner, but it's kind of like a multi-purpose use liner. A lot of people use it in their waterlines. I actually like using it to shape the eyebrow, outline it, should I say. And to clean it up, I'm going to be using the NYX Full Coverage Concealer in 6.3 Fresh Beige. And then to tame, it's going to be the NYX Control. Why did I say that like I don't know how to say control? But the NYX Control Freak Eyebrow Gel in Clear. And my two brushes is the e.l.f. Eyebrow Duo with the spoolie. Y con the angled brush. And then the BH Cosmetics, this is 130. It's one of their flat tip concealer brushes. I like it for the arches of the eyebrows and then also for those under eyes, que se ve que soy tired. Pero, alright, here we go. And you just kind of want to like use the spoolie to brush your hair in place, and use this kind of as like your marker, your trace. And you want to grab that with the angle tip and kind of like zip in there. What I like to do is kind of go under the brow and follow its natural shape and then go over it. Creating that arch. My most difficult part is always like the tail. I kind of like forget about it, and then like it's super scarce by the time I'm doing it, and then I get so mad, and then I have to like hurry up and do more fill-in. It's a work in progress, guys. It's a work in progress. And then also remember, if you ever get too heavy-handed with a look, this spoolie is kind of like your really good friend. You can like kind of comb out that excess product. And then just kind of clean it up in here, fill it out. Going in with the BH Cosmetics brush, I'm just kind of sweeping over like so, sweeping under, creating like a nice little clean look. If you feel like, you know, you've skipped some spots, you can always go over it. But overall, I see. And then you're going to tame it and you're going to put it in place with the wands. Combing the hairs in place, making sure that it's there. There you go. I'm going to do the other eyebrow off camera and then we'll get back. The other eyebrow off camera, and now I'm just prepping with Urban Decay's eyeshadow primer potion. No particular reason other than I have it and I want to use it. I don't really find eyeshadow primers that necessary sometimes. You can use concealer, or you can use like what I feel is the dupe, which is the NYX, which is like $7 for this product. But I never really feel like I need an eyeshadow primer, but they're just good to have if I'm doing something on a client and she's gonna be going out later. Maybe I'll use it, maybe I won't. It all depends on how I feel that day, but I'm using this one for today's purposes. We're going to get into this packaging. So I really love this packaging. It's really on brand for Anastasia Beverly Hills. As you can see, their soft glam one, the little flap, the brush. But look at these colors. Look at these colors. They're absolutely gorgeous. I would swatch them for you, but eczema is a real thing and I'm kind of like trying to take this down a notch and I don't want to irritate my skin. But they're gorgeous. I have played already earlier in the week with some looks with it and they're really pretty. My only complaint, only complaint about this palette is that I really wish they incorporated a really rich orange hue in it. Like this one's a nice peachy tone, the coastline, and Estate is like a bone pink, but I'm talking about a deep orange, and this would have been like really a summer look. So you might have to pull that from something else in your collection, but I really wish that they incorporated that. Other than that, they're absolutely gorgeous shades, and we're gonna get into a look. So I'm going to be using my Bare Minerals, the blender brush, and I'm going to be using that pretty peachy tone coastline right in the middle of the eye here. And it's just kind of like a buffering motion. By the way, I love blending like orbiting eyeshadow brushes. They're like my fave. I have multiple of these in like different brands because they just are awesome. You can do it in this motion, or like if you just kind of want to like pack in the eyeshadow, you can. And I just love the versatility of these type of brushes when it comes to doing looks. And so in that like motion, you just kind of want to pack it in as much as you can and build. And then I'm going to take this angled brush. It's a no-name brush. I got it from like a pack, really inexpensive. I think it's like at $5 and below. think this is the only one that like survived. And then I'm gonna go in with the Estate color to kind of give like a little highlight arch over it and like bring it down to coastline. By the way, I really need to get my eyebrows done. FYI, this new growth in here is not cute. For my eyebrow arch, I'm going to be using the Soft Glam Glistening Goldie color with the same brush. See there? And then I'm gonna go back in with Estate in that middle gap section. I'm gonna be using my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. But I'm not gonna use it for the crease actually. I'm gonna use it for the lid. And I'm gonna be using this beautiful purple color. And kind of just like pack it on my lid. Oh, it's so pretty. By the way, guys, purple is like my favorite color in like life or whatever. Just a fun, simplistic play with color look here. I'm just gonna go back in with Estate, and then with my blender brush with Coastline. I'm really working it. I really can't stand that I have like hooded eyelids. I would love to be able to do like a nice dope cut crease, but that's not what my eyelids be given. So blending and packing it is. And then you can just kind of see it's coming together really nicely. I'm gonna add on, excuse me, some eyeliner and some lashes for the look. And I'm just gonna deepen it a little bit with the Palm, which is like a really rich brownish color that's in the palette. To just give the look a little more depth, especially on the outer edge of the eyelid. I really love kind of like playing with that. Browns are kind of like my fave mixing eyeshadow. When an eyeshadow palette has a really pretty brown in it, I know it's gonna be a winner. Just gonna adjust my lines. Alumbrame, alumbrame. And as far as like the eyeshadow palette go, I find that it has the same amount of fallout as any of their eyeshadow palettes have. It's not necessarily like any different, which is another reason why I always do like my eye looks first, because if I do all this work on my eye and then I have to clean it up after my foundation, I'm gonna be mad as hell. So just to avoid that in itself, just go with the eyes first and you won't have to be mad. I'm gonna just add the shade Monte Carlo right here in the crease. And play with it before adding the liner. And then I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master Precise All Day Liquid Liner. It's actually been one of my faves. I got it as a whatchamacallit, like a free gift in one of my purchases at Ulta, and I've been actually using it a lot. I really like the formula. It's kind of reminiscent to the NYX matte liner, which is my main squeeze any other time when it comes to putting on liner. But this one has been pretty good. It stays, doesn't move. It does what it's supposed to do, and then it's also super duper affordable. So I'm always a champion for makeup that does what it's supposed to do and doesn't break your pockets, especially if you figure like if you're aspiring to do any of this, like please you don't have to break the bank and buy everything at MAC and at Sephora, blah blah blah. Like high-end doesn't always mean good quality. So my little advice to anyone who's like starting and feels like they have to do those things, you don't. You really don't. Some things are like really good to have, but you can always just work your way up to them. You don't necessarily have to have like that at the moment. And then I'm gonna go prep my lashes before putting on a pair, which, guys, don't judge me, putting on lashes on myself, ooh, look at that look. Putting lashes on myself can be kind of tricky. I can pop them on somebody else better than I can pop them on myself. Don't know why, but here it goes. I'm using, actually, I don't know if I just said it, but the Telescopic L'Oreal mascara. It is my jam. Does what it needs to do, especially since I feel like I have such really baby lashes. It gives me a nice little extension on the everyday wear when I'm not popping on lashes. I'm just doing it for the look for today, but I normally just wear lashes if I'm really going somewhere and I want to be extra, because you can be extra whenever you want to, obviously. And I'm using the Eyelure Wispies today for this look. Nothing special, they were just the eyelashes I have, and so that's the ones I'm going to be using today. Again, guys, if you're starting out, get a multi-pack. Practice until you have the means to build and buy these lashes that are like 30 some odd dollars, because they're made with like baby fox mink hair. I don't know, but definitely you want to practice with reasonable means rather than going all out because you see them on Instagram and everywhere else. Like, don't go broke, especially if you still haven't mastered doing what you need to do with it. And it felt como siempre. I'm such a super klutz, by the way. So I'm actually surprised that's the first thing that kind of fell today. And then yeah, we're just gonna blow a little bit and then pop these bad boys on. Or not, you know, depending on what it wants to do today. See mismo. I really love this Kiss Dual and Tweezer combo. This little pointy thing be helping the homie out so much, bro. Ay, que lindo. Está cute or whatever. And then I just go back in with my mascara. I like to go above the lash and then under it to kind of fuse my real lashes with the actual lash pair. And then I do the bottom lashes once I've cleaned up my look, and this thing is being difficult to go back in. Once I've cleaned back my look, and then I'll add the mascara to the bottom lash. But for the moment, simply just put them on the top lash as that extra sealer to help them fuse. I'm gonna clean my under eye with the Garnier Skin Active Micellar Water. And then my second eye, I'm gonna do off camera. And we shall see each other in a little bit. Lately, my skin has been playing games with me and has not been its normal oily self, although the lighting may look different. It's been very dry, so I'm just going to put a little bit of pore filler where I have mostly enlarged pores. Again, this is from NYX. NYX is like one of my favorite brands. It's also super duper affordable, so you can kind of like play with a lot of their staples. Some things are kind of missed, but most are definitely a hit. And you can really build a kit with a lot of their things. So NYX is my jam. And that's that. So we're gonna go back in with the ABH Cosmetics. As again, I told you I'm clumsy. The 130 brush. And this is Fresh Beige again, 6.3. And we're just going to go pop this on right under, and then I'll just pull this guy off. And pull this guy off again. Nice clean little look. Right in that chin area, T-zone, and on the bridge of the nose, for sure. And we're just gonna work that in and blend that out very nicely. I'm gonna go right back under that eye, and I like to kind of put concealer a little bit before and as soon as I put on my foundation. I like to pack it on twice, and then I'm going to move on to my, I'm sorry if you're hearing a lot of clacking, but I'm gonna move on to my foundation. and I switched over to the Dewy. I'm normally in the again, things are falling. I moved on to the Dewy, should I say, after using the matte and poreless for the longest. I don't know if it's just winter, but my skin is really changing. It's not as oily as it used to be. I used to be a true grease pot, but throughout the day the consistency has changed. And I'm going to be using the NYX Professional Makeup Brush number 8, and this one's a dual fiber, so it's good for liquids, it's good for powders. It's a really good brush. I like multi-use brushes, especially when you're starting off building a kit. It's super duper handy that your brushes can do more than one thing, and it cuts down on that cost. That way you're not buying a gazillion things that you don't even really know what they do or kind of see what the expertise is on it. But yeah, it's definitely one of my faves. I just kind of like get all in there. And I like to pat the foundation in all around. Pat, 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 pat. Bring it down to the neck and earlobe. And then I'm going to work in a little bit more of the concealer. And just keep patting it in until it's nice and smooth. Didn't really have an idea for what color scheme I wanted to do the eyes, but I'm really happy I went with my favorite color. I really like it. Alright. I'm gonna go in one of my favorite powders. It's the Benefit Hello Flawless, and I'm in the color and shade Amber. Love this, as you can see, hitting pan. So even though my skin is changing, there still is some oiliness. So instead of like baking, I just like putting on a powder on top and just kind of like concealing it. It's been helping a lot. Just kind of in this circular motion, and I'm using the NYX Professional Powder Brush number 21. I was not lying when I say they have affordable and good stuff. Their brushes are pretty freaking awesome. Most brushes are good too. You can definitely build a really good set, or just buy a set, especially if you're starting off. I've had some e.l.f. brushes stand the test of time way more than some of my high-end brushes have. So again, Just because it's high-end does not mean that it's good in quality. Sometimes they just be getting our pockets because of a name. For my contour, I'm going to be using the NYX Highlight and Contour Palette Pro. I love a good powdered contour. I'm using an angle shaped blush brush and just kind of like flicking it in up into like my earlobe temple motion, flicking it inward into my cheek, using this lighter one and then mixing the two in and building in. I love the angle brush because it just kind of like really gets into the grooves of your cheeks. If you feel like you don't really have cheeks, you can always do the little kissy face and just kind of like suck that in. I'm gonna go for the crown of the head. And then let's not forget our jaw line. And you want to like push that inwards to shade. And shade in. To give you that like desired look. And then for the nose, I'm going to be using my Morphe Y19 brush. And with that first pigment, kind of like go up towards the bridge of that nose. And I am a blush girl. I believe that no look is completed without a nice little pop of blush on the cheek. Sorry, as I'm all the way out of camera and again dropping things. I'm going to be using MAC's Strange New Worlds. This was from one of their Star Trek collaborations. I got it at one of the, what's that thing called? Clearance store, outlet store. There's a huge like outlet mall down the street from my apartment, and I got it. It's supposed to be like an all over face powder, but I love this like marbleized look that it has for it, and it reminds me of one of my favorite blushes from Fashion Fair, called Golden Sunset. That is a beautiful blush, and I actually kind of have to re-up on it. But I love using this cone shaped blush brush from Bare Minerals. It hugs the cheek, and I kind of just like pat it in like so. And with this marbleized, it kind of gives you like a lot. It kind of gives you like a 3-for-1. When you're using it like a blush, it kind of builds up on your contour. It gives you a little shimmer. And of course your blush. So I'm gonna pause and go back into my eye and use this Urban Decay 24-hour Glide On Eye Pencil. It is purple, but I'm not sure if they called it purple. You know, Urban Decay loves calling their things a lot of different names. But I'm going to actually use this on my lower lash line to give it a more intense look. before adding on mascara. I could have used the Riviera palette, purple color, but just for accessibility, ooh, say that 3 times, accessibility, it was near, and so I grabbed it. And then I'm gonna go back with my mascara from L'Oreal and get those lower lash line, the lower lash babies on board with the look. For highlight, I'm also I always need a highlight type of chick. Hey, I am using one of my favorite collaborations Anastasia's ever done with the Nicole Guerrero palette. Please relaunch this. I need a second one. This is the bee's knees. It's beautiful. It's such a beautiful palette. I am super duper happy I let my friend who I was shopping with, Ilana, talk me into buying it, because I was like under a makeup rock. I was like, what are you talking about? She swatched it on my hand, and I fell in love with it. So I'm going to be using Glow Getter, which again, hitting pan, and just using a fan brush. I think I'm gonna do a little inner action here. Inner eye action is what I was trying to say. Kind of like pop that in there. Thank you for that. And then I'm going to finalize the look with some setting spray and a lippy. For the lip, it was already prepped and primed with the This Is Everything lip oil from NYX. And I'm using the Rose Brown lip liner, as it's almost done, from NYX as well. And you're just going to go inside your lip and line. I'm using one of the new NYX lip products called NYX Candy Slick. It's tend to be like a lip gloss / lipstick. It isn't one of their mattes. This one's called Cream Bee. And this is what the applicator looks like. I want more like a mauve color to kind of like complement the pinkish tones from the Riviera palette. It definitely doesn't feel like anything's on your lip, which is really good. Mattes are really nice, but they tend to dry the fuck out of my lips. And it's a process. I gotta like scrub and hydrate. It's just a lot just to pull off a matte lippy all day. I like it's pretty, it's soft. And then I'm going to use the Milani Make It Last in the matte finish. I brought this way before I started paying attention that my skin wasn't as oily, but for the effect of the video, I'm just going to use a makeup setting spray, and I'm using this one. It has a nice smell to it. It reminds me of the Mario Badescu, but I don't know how to say the last name. Y'all know who he is. their rose smelling one. It's really, really nice and fresh. So I'm gonna put my hair down and let you guys see the full extent of the look. Okay, love bugs, let's get into this final look. Yeah, so all in all, the Riviera palette is super, super gorgeous, blendable. Fallout is minimal or about the same as any other of their palettes. The price point, yeah, that's exactly what you're gonna pay for an Anastasia palette. And my only part with it is that I really do wish that it incorporated a beautiful orange hue. I think it would have taken over the top. Like, sincerely, that was a beautiful, beautiful color that I feel like they just kind of missed. I don't know if they thought that it didn't go with the color story of it all, but I definitely would have loved to put that in there. But overall, dope palette. I can definitely see me using this, whether I'm doing a subtle look and putting a pop of color, or if I'm doing an overall colorful look like the one that I chose to do today. But again, thank you for spending some of your Wednesday con Wilma. Like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and I hope to be putting on more content for you as the next Wednesdays roll around. Bye.